Hello, Nigeria. It's time to wake up. It's your favorite. In fact, it's the best breakfast show on TV right now, I have to say. And of course...
Are we live already?
Well, the show has started. You need to wake up.
Beautiful Tuesday morning, everybody. And it's always exciting to be here with you as we bring you the best of breakfast entertainment. So, information, the best of lifestyle, every single day, that's what we bring to you. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. And I'm Yomi Obe. Yeah, it's going to be a great morning today. But if you have to go out, we're streaming live on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. You can check us out on TVC Connect. If you want to participate in the show like you usually do, please use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. And of course, no matter what, we don't leave out food. How? It's not possible. Today, we have a wonderful chef in the building. Chef Kike Lamo is back. Yes, indeed. And she's with Mary this morning.
Great to have her back. Kike Sweets in the building.
Sweets. It's going to be
good morning, everyone.
Sweetening our morning.
TT.
What?
Mary seems like she's standing on the side stool again. I keep telling you, Mary, like, I don't understand.
You see, when I wear regular shoes, almost like running shoes, everybody complains. When I wear heels, it's a problem still. I will just go back to my comfy shoes. Thank you very much.
No, Mary, you look good. You look amazing.
You look nice.
Yomi doesn't like it.
No, you look nice. I'm just saying.
It's intimidating him.
All right, so this morning, it's Tuesday, so we love to raise topical issues around parenting. And today, Taiwo Akilami will be joining us to discuss raising teenagers in the 21st century. It's a big job.
And of course, we'll be bringing you the scoop in the happenings, and the happenings in the world of entertainment. There was a very big wedding this past weekend. Did you hear about it? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear?
And of course, it's Tech Tuesday. And we'll be discussing Facebook's recent privacy security issues and other things.
Scary thought, Facebook privacy. And that's not all. A musical performance from Eric Moore awaits you. And we'll be getting to know a lot more about him soon enough. And everything I say, yes, I believe.
Hey guys.
Oh, the guy's a comedian.
Really, Mary?
Well, I just want to know.
Who's a comedian?
I don't know.
Our case is different.
Yeah, but is he a comedian?
You know what? We'll find out as soon as he gets here.
Okay, because I observed that we're going to be having a conversation with him. So.
Oh yeah, so we're going to be asking him a few questions.
Mary. What?
Yeah.
What?
Mary.
What?
How many times did I call you?
3 times.
Okay. Let me just say it there.
Okay, so everybody, Mike has lost his voice, so I was like, we should all give him some encouraging words, you know, to help him feel better. He's usually the talkative one amongst us,
so he can't really talk to
Seriously?
Mike, please, can you sing for us?
I'm the talkative one.
Yeah.
Can you sing for us? Mike's voice is good.
Had
Just leave Mike alone.
No.
Okay, just lip sync. Just lip sync the jam.
No, guys, if you can't hear me outside, there's a problem with my mic.
Oh, your
yeah,
mic.
there's no problem with Mike's mic. He just cannot speak, which is great.
And he just couldn't.
Now, so that's why you can't hear me. But
he just couldn't keep away. He just couldn't keep away from his lady admirers this morning. You could have taken a day off, Mike. Like,
I'm suspecting you are one of the soldiers.
You promised.
Which soldier?
For the passion play. You've done a lot of screaming and slugging weekend.
Oh, good.
I'm lost. I'm really lost. But
No,
something...
but seriously, you were telling me, for people out there who have also maybe lost their voice or something, what's the best thing to do?
Okay, so what I do is warm water, lemon, honey. Another one is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Orogbo.
Orogbo, yeah.
Yeah, what is that? That's bitter cola, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bitter cola.
Does that work?
Yeah.
You actually chew it.
So what I do is I crush it inside honey.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's why. So it's bearable.
Okay.
But bitter cola is bitter. But it works.
When you say lemon.
Imagine, she was saying bitter cola is bitter, and the thing even affected her voice. Like,
okay, what's lemon? Which you know?
Okay, so lemon juice with honey and warm water.
And warm water.
And you'll be
okay,
fine.
I'll try.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
try.
fine. I mean,
You'll
Chef
be fine,
Tosin
don't worry.
gave me once she gave me a hot cup of water and ginger.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
so
worked
that
well?
it cleared the throat and made it.
you should be fine.
So that's what you used that time?
Oh yeah, and it was really good.
Then Yomi was just a very calm guy.
He was very
like,
quiet. We were wondering what's going on.
I was
what
just
a
gentle.
gentleman.
I'll talk to Chef Kike later, and I'm sure she will have something for me to
look
sort
at
out
you.
the voice.
Look at you. See his face.
Yes.
You did not talk to Yomi that already has the remedy. You gave me the remedy.
Look at all of
You
here.
must talk to a
I don't talk
female.
to Mary. I don't talk to Titi. It's your man I talk to when there's Chef Kike. No, now. There's even Ugochi. I don't talk to. I now talk to your. It's not fair. 4 ladies allow me talking to your me.
Okay, so yesterday we were talking about the fact that we're in Holy Week now.
Yeah.
And major activities begin in 2 days' time.
Okay.
Right.
From Thursday, that's Holy Thursday,
Holy Thursday.
when the priest will be washing the feet and all.
Yeah.
Then on Friday, which is Good Friday, that's what I was teasing him about. You know, there's going to be the Passion Play.
Passion play.
Oh right,
Yeah.
right.
So I was thinking it's either Jesus, they flogged him already before the day, or he's one
Rehearsal.
of the wicked soldiers.
Rehearsal, Abi.
Rehearsal.
Keep that rehearsal for yourself.
I did a lot of plays in church. You
did?
Growing up. Oh yeah.
Interesting. He's still there now.
I know I did the whole baby in the manger thing. I was Mary once. That was really.
I'm sure
Holy
everybody's
Saturday
on.
is the last day of the Lent.
Holy Saturday.
Yeah. Then
You know.
Sunday we celebrate.
It's the headlines in the papers. Yomi and Titi have you on that one.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. We're starting with the Daily Sun this morning. We're sorry. PDP begs Nigerians, admits past mistakes. Kudos knocks greet apology. Poll sequence. Senators insist on overriding president. Court decides suit on April 25. Nigeria now completely directionless, says Governor Wike. $429 million security contract. Fear grips transport ministry, NIMASA officials. There's plots to discredit me, says Jonathan. MMM founder Mavrodi dies of heart attack. If you know, those of you who know what I'm talking about would be informed.
That's for
The Daily Sun.
And this is the Vanguard. It says, we're sorry for our misdeeds. PDP begs Nigerians. Forgive, but allow them to stay in purgatory, say APC. Bode George, in a U-turn, pledges loyalty to Secondus. Jonathan alleges smear campaign against him. The news on the MMM founder is also here. MMM founder Mavrodi dies of heart attack. More information about that on page 46. Nigeria turbulent under me in the last 3 years, says Buhari. Nigeria, Swiss government sign MOU on return of illegally acquired assets. Really? Switzerland? Court squashes EFCC's declaration of oil magnate as wanted person. And finally, why we oppose reordering of 2019 election sequence, AGF, INEC tell court. That's what we have on the Vanguard.
The Punch leads with the headline, Danjuma's comment. Federal government, we've got reports of soldiers' misconduct, but none from Taraba. I will fast, pray for Danjuma, says Governor Wike. Nigeria's journey in the last 3 years turbulent, says Buhari. Signs agreement with Switzerland on loot repatriation. Dapchi, Northern Christians demand Leah Sharibu's release. And the National Assembly begins public hearing on 2018 budget today. Tinubu absent from APC National Caucus meeting. Aviation security personnel set to carry arms, says the federal government. And finally, ex-South African President Zuma faces graft charges on April 6th. All on the cover of The Punch.
The cover of The Nation says, Danjuma's kinsmen relive how troops aided herdsmen. Some interesting quotes there on the cover. Kinsmen protest arrest after ex-minister's self-defense call. And it says, we're neutral, says the army. Order of polls, court verdict on April 25th. Russia vows retaliation as US, Canada expel diplomats in UK solidarity. MMM founder dies of heart attack at 62. Seems to be everywhere, that news. Tinubu Akonde absent as APC caucus meet. And finally, TSA accruals hit 8.9 trillion naira, says minister. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
The Guardian has the headline, "Forgive our mistakes. PDP begs Nigerians. Seeks rescue measures for economy." Others. "It's good you apologize," says APC and CNPP. Danjuma's statement, "A call to anarchy," says APC, Yakasai. He confirmed our security concerns, Wike insists, and a couple of other riders there. Nigeria's journey under me turbulent, Buhari confesses. Southern youth leaders say Buhari's government has failed. All on the cover of the Daily Sun, of the Guardian this morning.
Okay.
Apologies.
So we have this day, the cover of this day says, "Governors back National Assembly on electoral amendment bill amid allegations of inducement. Pro and anti-Buhari legislators intensify lobby. Senators confident say 2/3 of the whole not required to pass bill. Restraining order, executive legislature. Others, no fate, April 25th. Remorseful PDP asks Nigerians for forgiveness. Launches mission on nation building. Kwara government, others, or rather governor, others pledge support for IPI Congress in 2018. And finally, Oyegun says, call for my removal belongs to history. If you want to find out more, that's on page 40. All of that on the cover of this day.
All right, and we've got Nigerian Tribune here.
Yeah.
And the headline, "Electoral Act, PDP lawmakers turn beautiful bride." Confused pro-National Assembly, pro-executive lobbyists. PDP begs Nigerians over past mistakes. Accord, National Assembly, INEC, no fate on April 25. And Tinubu absent as APC leaders hold national caucus. Luther's trial, Nigerian Judicial Commission panel quizzes Justices Anka, Olatoregun, others. And last 3 years, turbulent for Nigeria, says Buhari. And frozen $15.5 million. I am not aware if Patience Jonathan was Bielsa Permsec, says Dudafa. All on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
Yeah, so one of the most interesting pieces of news is about the MMM founder.
Everybody's talking about
Everybody's talking about that.
Even on social media, all over social media.
It's really, really...
Everyone is wondering what is going to happen to their money.
Yeah,
because, there's been promises and promises.
And it's just unbelievable, really, what has gone into that whole setup.
And it's just not just Nigeria. You got Zimbabwe, you got South Africa,
yeah,
a couple of other countries where MMM
goodness knows. I guess the pressure was probably just a bit too much for it.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time for us to wrap it up
on
the newspaper headlines for now.
On the newspaper headlines this morning.
And the newspaper headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
All right, so we're heading over to the kitchen now, where Mary and Chef Kike are on standby.
All right, you're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And I've got Chef Kiki of Kiki Sweet here. It's always a good thing to have you here.
Same
so,
here.
What are we making?
Okay, we're having French fries and avocado sandwich.
French fries and avocado sandwich. All of this for just a sandwich?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. You may check the screen now for the ingredients. French fries and avocado sandwich. So while the chef goes over the ingredients.
Okay, so we have the avocado.
Yeah.
We have the cabbage. We have the lettuce, the mayo sauce, shredded smoked chicken. We have the bread, the fries, ketchup, cucumber, carrots.
That's all we're making use of. So what's the first thing we're doing?
Okay, first of all now, the cabbage has been
grated. Okay.
Shredded, diced.
Shredded.
Whatever.
More like shredded.
So we're grating the carrots.
Okay.
Okay, then we're going to slice this.
Okay. So we are grating
then
the carrots.
Then we'll start assembling.
Let's start. Let's start already.
Right.
I can't wait to start.
Okay.
So, what do you need now?
The grater.
The grater. Okay, let me get the grater for you. So after grating, what's the next thing you're going to do?
I'll slice the cucumber.
You slice the avocado?
Yes.
Okay, because you already have the cucumber
I'll slice that
sliced
as well.
there. Okay, so then of course the chips you're going to fry it. And then of course assemble it in them.
We'll
The
assemble.
chips are just a side dish,
It's a
aren't they?
side dish.
So it's not as if
No, it's not going into the sandwich.
there's a
Don't
lot
be
of things
scared.
I've seen here. Okay, so here's the grater for you to work on the carrots. There you go. So how many does this feed? There's a lot of chicken, so, and I'm seeing just 4
Feed
slices,
about-
and I'm like, okay.
And we're going to have more slices.
We're gonna have most. Okay, that's just
So
for
it's a-
display. Okay.
It's just for display.
Because I see a lot of chicken there, and I'm like, if 2 people are gonna finish this chicken, that's more than
Yeah.
breakfast. That's like brunch already. So you're gonna mix this. This is gonna go inside there.
The cabbage, yes.
Okay. What about the
More like a
cucumber?
cu-
It's just gonna be laid on.
It's
there.
going to be laid on the bread.
And you're gonna put it in a sandwich maker, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
If you put this in a sandwich maker, will it not affect the cucumber?
No,
Or
it doesn't.
just bring out the juices simply.
No, it doesn't affect it.
At all?
It's just a press that the sandwich press just toasts the top slice and the bottom slice. It doesn't affect what it's inside.
Because whenever I use the sandwich maker for something that has lettuce, the lettuce has colors that I can't describe.
Yeah, it depends on the maker. Probably the heat is too hot.
Okay.
You know, there are different kinds of, there's a sandwich maker, then there's a press.
Okay.
So what we're going to be using, it's a press.
Okay.
So that the heat doesn't penetrate, that affects the veggies you have in it. But
okay.
up toast the bread, the upper slice and the lower slice.
Okay. So let's get this over with. This seems like something very easy to do. And it's holidays time, so of course you can always have your kids do this for themselves even.
Oh, I made it yesterday.
Your children loved it.
They were the ones that greeted.
You just sat down.
I just told them what to do.
Like, yeah, like a boss. Like, I'm your mom. Yeah, I earned it. So, so you get busy with this while I watch TV.
You get.
Okay. Is there an alternative? Say, for example, I can't find my grater. Can I decide to just use my knife and make some?
Yeah, you can, but
It won't
you'll
give
be
the desired-
having chunky carrots. And you know carrots, they're hard to chew.
Yeah.
Especially when you have the fresh one.
Okay.
So you now have to like,
So
when
all
you
of
take
these
a
are supposed
bite,
to
you
be
have to chew.
fresh?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought we were probably going to do something still to the carrots. Now it makes sense that you're grating it.
No, we're not doing anything. We're gonna have, it's just like we're making a coleslaw
Okay.
in the sandwich. So you don't have to cook anything. Just grate and mix.
Just in case you're wondering, yes, there's ketchup next to the fries, but the fries are they haven't been fried. They would have changed color small. Because seeing the fries and you're like, okay, this is supposed to be a side dish. Everyone is gonna be like, it's ready now. Carrots are said to be very good for the eyesight,
Yeah. Even for the skin.
even for the skin as well. Wow. The chicken, is there a particular reason it's smoked? Or can I just boil chicken and put it in it?
You know, smoke tastes better because if you're going to boil your chicken, you have to season curry, thyme. When you have a lot of savory taste going on in your sandwich, you might not really like it.
It's okay. So it's usually better if you're making this, you use smoked chicken
or grilled.
or grilled chicken. But smoked or grilled chicken has also been seasoned, hasn't it?
Yes, but no curry or thyme in it.
Oh.
It's just seasoning cubes and salt.
Salt, okay.
So it's the smoking process that adds that flavor to it. That's why most times I prefer the smoked chicken. So I don't have a lot of flavors going on in my sandwich.
Now, we all know that smoked chicken is expensive. What if I decide to make use of smoked fish? Does it still pass?
Okay, then you'll be making something else.
What is the name of what we're making again today?
Avocado sandwich.
Yeah, there's no chicken in it.
Okay, yeah, but if you use fish,
You've
You
never
know,
tried it?
tuna sandwich, maybe.
Maybe, but
But-
not fish.
You never can tell. You try it
You
and
could
it
try it
will come
and
out
it's a
nice.
hit. So
Yeah.
you should try it tomorrow. Or even this evening when you get them.
I can.
So that next time we'll
We'll
see
have
how we can.
smoked
Yeah,
smoked-
smoked fish.
Which of
Because
them?
it's more accessible.
Smoked Titus.
Titus, yes.
But the smoked chicken is also more.
It's more expensive.
Yes,
Yes, it is. Like if you want to buy a full chicken,
But you know you can smoke your chicken yourself.
how do you do that?
Your oven,
Yeah.
you can use your oven and smoke it. The normal, what's it called? There's this grill. You can use your oven or the one used for barbecue.
Okay.
Something like that.
So it's possible to
So you can do your chicken yourself. So that way you have your seasoning and you still have your smoky
chicken and
taste.
fish are almost the same price these days. Okay, let's go over the ingredients again. So when we get back and we're assembling, it's just for everyone to see what has been used. So we have bread, of course. And then, of course, we have the fries. You can check it on your screen right now. French fries and avocado sandwich. That's what we're making. Avocado pear, mayo sauce, potatoes, sliced bread, mozzarella cheese, cabbage, carrots, cucumber, as well as smoked chicken. So when we get back, of course, we're going to be assembling. Are we going to fry the fries on air, or that's just something we're going to do later?
We can do it later. Does it have to be on air?
Okay. So we have to go on a break now. We will be back with a discussion on raising teenagers in the 21st century. That promises to be very interesting. Stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, so last week we started a discussion on raising children, especially teenagers in the 21st century, which requires vigilance and the willingness to pay attention to the details. Now, this morning, Taiwo Akinlami is back to pick up where we left off. Now, Taiwo, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You know, it's always great. When we started this conversation last week, it just felt like there was not enough time.
Yes.
But we're talking about busy parents, you know, who go out very early in the morning, come back late at night, and not suddenly you discover that your child is 13, is now a teenager, and you know, you don't really understand how to relate with the child, and it just seems like your child is drifting off. But how do you begin or ensure that the trust that your child had for you growing up, by the time they're teenagers, that trust continues?
Yes. You see, one of the characteristics of every human being, including a child, is that the child's sense of responsibility, sense of independence grows, and self-awareness grows as the child attains age, as the child progresses in age. The child begins to feel that before, if I wanted to go to the toilet, I needed to call someone. Now I can go myself. The child felt like before, if I wanted to wear my clothes, I needed help. Now I can wear my clothes myself. That sense of self-awareness, independence, needs to be properly managed in the sense that it does not need to be suppressed. It needs to be managed, because the more I become aware of myself, the more I want to handle things for myself. And if it is not drummed in my ears and it's not made as one of the critical point of reference, that you can talk to me, you can relate with me. I've seen this life more than you have done. I've tried things. I've been there. You know, now Abraham Lincoln says, how do you teach a child the way he should go? You go there first and you come back to take the child. So, and that does not happen by just calling the child. You can talk to me. You know I'm there for you. It's by relationship. And that relationship has to be deliberately built. Now, we now have to differentiate between quantity and quality. You may not have quantity of time, but if your children are your priority, you have quality of time.
So even if you had little time,
even if it's little time, if what you don't plan for, you don't do. Everything that matters to you, if you're a busy executive, you do things in the office. You have a to-do management. You have KPIs. You have all of these things to manage, and you manage them, and you are doing very well in the office. You are adjudged one of the best in your team. How come this expertise you put in the office does not reflect in the way you handle your children? It's just a simple thing. It is a matter of priority. Does it matter to you? Do you know the implication of what you are doing? And there's an example I always give. You know, CNN reported Lee Kuan Yew, the father of Singapore, died today, surrounded by his family. Nelson Mandela, the father of South Africa, died today, surrounded by his family. The same thing, Billy Graham, 2 or 3 weeks ago, died today surrounded by his family. These guys led nations. They reached out to so many people, but at their last moment in life, the most critical people that mattered to them at that time was their family. So no matter what we do, irrespective of our business today, you are first a hero of your family. If your family does not see you as a hero, then, and the outsiders see you as a hero, that is deceptive. Because the people closer to you should experience your best. You know, because if I'm your friend, we are very close, I cannot come to you to pick up things from you, and it is those who are outside who don't sow into your life, who don't contribute to your life, who don't have a stake in your life that gets your best. Then there's something wrong. Then you are telling me getting close to you, sacrificing in your life, relating with you is a waste of time. That is how children feel. If you say, I'm important, I'm critical, I'm your son, I didn't write application to come to this world, I'm your daughter, you deliberately, you know, went out to look for me, because pregnancy does not jump on anybody. People deliberately look for and forget about what we call accidental because that accidental requires some action.
Yes.
It's just that maybe there's a miscalculation here and there, but yeah. if you don't engage in that action in the first instance, so you won't be at that level. So for me, parents need to understand. I understand the state of the nation. I understand school fees issues. I understand rent issues. I understand, you know, what people are going through. But the fundamental thing now is that the children are now here. They are here. Now that they are here, what do? Do we throw our hands in the air and say, well, because of the state of the nation? Because at the end of the day, you know, there's a pathetic story of a commissioner in Imo State. I think it was Imo or Anambra State, under Governor Ngige. You know, his son was very recalcitrant, very not cooperating with them. So what did they do? What many Nigerian parents do when they are abroad, they send the child home, they put him in a boarding school. When they are in Nigeria, they send the boy abroad because they want to, you know, they want to have a breathing space. So now this child was sent abroad, was sent to the US or UK. Now this child found his way home, went to the office, went to the government house and shot the mother to death. And he was escaping. He was arrested on his way to Benin because he was trying to run away. Now, this was a problem the day the child needed attention. The child said, Mommy, I want to talk to you. I have a political meeting. Mommy, there's something we need to discuss. I'm busy. There's something we need to discuss. Please, go and talk to your brother or talk to someone else. Now, you didn't know that the mom at that point was no more a mother. It was an undertaker preparing our own, preparing for our own death, which was going to occur through our own son. Now, in our widest imagination, someone thinks about that. Today, children are lonely. Today, children is not an interesting time to be growing up. I tell you, the distractions are enormous. They are almost incalculable. How do you use that word? They cannot be counted. They are numerous. They are immeasurable. So a young person is dealing with drugs, is dealing with sex, is dealing with peer
pressure,
so many things, a whole lot of things. Then the social media or the new media does not make the matter easy, because information now is at your fingertips, just a button away. When I was growing up, because of my childhood, I lost my virginity at the age of 6. That's the year I started primary school, because my mother came in with this woman who was a neighbor, and this woman would strip me naked, do with a 6-year-old boy what a woman should do with a man. And so I've lost my virginity, my sexuality. I've been awoken as a teenager. I started having anal sex. In today's panel, you call it homosexuality. As a teenager, I've taken my father's neighbor's daughter into my father's bedroom, I've molested her sexually, and I wanted not to tell anybody. So my life was in a big mess. And by the time I attained adulthood, I was dealing with serious issues. But one of the point I want to make is this. I was also hooked on pornography. I was hooked on masturbation. But for me to watch pornography in those days, it was work. We needed to look for the VHS. We needed to look for the player. When we're watching, we needed to watch with a screwdriver, because if they took, and we needed to watch in the night when everybody has gone to bed or when our parents have gone to work. We needed screwdriver. In case they took light, there was no generator, we needed to unscrew it and remove it. But now, the stress of watching pornography then was even a discouragement in itself. But today, the story is different. Pornography is everywhere, just a button. Children have created their own media. You ban music from radio, you ban it from TV, you can't ban it from cable, you can't ban it from YouTube. Children have unfettered access to all of these things. And when you talk about pornography, there's hardcore pornography, there's softcore pornography. Hardcore pornography is the real thing, the real McCoy, when you see the display. Softcore is subtle. It's people showing their body in a music video that children now see. And the unfortunate thing again is that we now take all of this, we bring it to the doorsteps of our children. So when we do children party, we play for them adult content. When we're in schools, you play for children. What are you saying? You are making now. So the boys are seeing themselves as people that the girls are seeing, the boys are seeing the girls as sex objects. The girls are seeing themselves as sex objects. So they are ready to make themselves available. These days, when I'm called to speak to young people about how to prevent sexual abuse, what do you need to do? Somebody will not abuse you. I find myself talking more about how not to be sexually active, because today, whether you like it or not, whether we accept it or not, our young people are very sexually active because they are living in an over-sexualized world. Even if your daughter is a virgin, in some cases, it's a technical virgin. Everything has been touched. The only thing is that she has not had the confidence to have sexual intercourse, and she's waiting for the next Valentine, because the more these things happen, the more she gains confidence and the peer pressure. You see, I saw a movie last week where a girl was a virgin, and what was she doing? She called a guy into the room, and they were making noise as if they were having sex. She wanted to convince her peers that she's no more a virgin. I've had sex. Meanwhile, she never did it. Now, those are the things we are dealing with. So what is the way forward in this kind of environment? I think we need to begin to inculcate the right value system in our children. I say there are no old people, there are no bad people, there are no good people. What do you have? You have old people, W-H-O-L-E, and you have broken people. We act from our brokenness or we act from our owners. So the question is, you can't give what you do not have, and you cannot reap where you have not sown. What are we sowing in our children? Because power does not shift except for superior power. When I don't have too much respect for peer pressure, because what do you mean? When power meets power, the superior power bows to the other power. When somebody enters the studio and says, "My friend, lie down," if you don't see a gun, you tell him, "My friend, will you get out of this place?" But one with God is a majority. Also, one with gun is a majority. So if the guy enters this place and shows us gun, this program is going to right now. It's going to end because there's a superior power. There are some people in the control room. They have superior power. They say, "End now, end this program." Then you have to end because we still want to remain in the program. Yeah. So all of this together means that when our children face what we call peer pressure, do they have enough inner capacity, inner stamina, value system to resist? You know, look at our discussion before we came on studio, when we came on air, your own childhood, the kind of things that was perennial around you, and how you were able to stand because of your own value system. That is the point. Our children cannot be abandoned. We cannot leave them on their own. When you ground a child today, you ground him, give him a phone. You've not grounded the child. You open it up to the world. If you want to be grounded, put him in the room. Say you are grounded. He wants to be grounded that way.
Wow, thank you so much, Taiwo Akinlami, for some of the things. I didn't even interrupt you at any point, because we had discussed this before, and you were taking the points one after the other, and I'm sure that we're learning a lot. Now, this conversation is not over, because one of the things that we talked about was the value systems, which we haven't touched on deeply enough. So maybe hopefully next week or the week after we can come back and talk about this. Wow. Amazing conversation. Well, we're going to go on a short break now, a commercial break, and of course when we return, we'll keep you up to date on what's happening in the world of entertainment. Stay with us. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. If you are just joining us, you're in for the best part of the show. It's entertainment news, and I've got the one and only Fola Dele in the house, making her debut on the show. Okay, it's a good one now that she's around, because my voice is not so good. So normally I take a chill part here, but now you're going to, you know what you're ready for.
Okay,
right? Okay, so we're kicking off with Famil.
All right.
Famil. So that means that, because someone messaged me yesterday. I was like, "What's the name of the groom?" I was like, "I don't even know." Well, you tell us.
Okay.
Okay, so Famil.
So the bride's name was Fatima Dangote. Okay. AKA daughter of the African billionaire giant, Aliko Dangote, of course. And the groom's name is Jamil Abubakar. Okay. So hashtag Famil 2018. Okay, all right. So if you were in Lagos on Friday, then you'd remember that there was crazy traffic. And I mean, there might have been many reasons, maybe weekends coming, but a lot of people said, look, this Famil 2018 wedding is why, all right? Okay. So, I mean, of course, the groom is the son of the former Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar. Of course, the daughter being the girl being the daughter of Aliko Dangote. So you can imagine, I mean, two families coming together, two huge families coming together. Okay, so it was an 8-part wedding celebration.
That's one I didn't know. So tell me about that.
It was an 8-part. They went from Kaduna to Kano to Abuja to Lagos. So the bride's family hosted the families, and the groom's family hosted. It was a lot of, you know, traveling back and forth. But the one that, you know, was the biggest was, of course, the reception. Hotel. Yes, exactly, the hotel one. On Friday, about 3,000 guests. Although from pictures I've been seeing, I feel like more than 3,000 people were in that room. Okay. And of course, you had Bill Gates, the table that had Bill Gates and Dangote. And people said the unshakable table.
The unshakable table, yes. Right? Okay, so and, that was quite big, and I think the take-home point from this one is that you don't have to do a big wedding outside the country. Yeah. You can do it all here. Of course. All right, cool. All right, so moving on from that, now this one is causing quite some contention. Kiss Daniel and Chidinma, what is happening with these guys?
Mike,
what's happening with these guys?
I mean, we're all just watching.
Okay.
Look, at the end of the day, it's their lives, and it's however much they give us that we can run with. So they've just been giving us clues, especially Kiss Daniel. He'll put up, you know, an Insta story video or a picture rather of her, and then put hearts, like 5 hearts or something, or put up a picture of her smiling and on her laptop, and it's like, oh, she's rehearsing. So of course, you know, and then there's the recent story of them both getting matching cross tattoos. So we're like, of course, not permanent, because they said, oh, not, you know, no needles. So we guess it's not permanent, maybe Lali or whatever. Yeah. But look, we just have to keep our fingers crossed. This story started, I think it was last week. Yeah. And it's just been developing. It's just been developing. What do you think personally about this story? Is there any bit of truth in the fact that in the story that they're dating? Do you think there's any personally? Mike, do you know what? Yeah, I don't want to be quick to say that there is truth, because I remember, okay, so the last time it was Pato Ranking that pulled a stunt on us, said the baby mama stunt, and then he came out, he put up a picture of a pregnant girl, and then he put, you know, exactly, and then he came out and it was for his, you know, Love You Baby video, and I'm like, really, mess with our hearts. So this could just be a collabo. So who knows? It could be a collabo. Could be real. We have to wait and see. All right, now I love this particular story. Adeze Yobo and her tattoo. They have a story about it. Okay, so quickly tell us. Okay, so speaking of tattoos, so Adeze Yobo, she put up a picture this week of her. There was like a Playboy. A bunny tattoo, exactly. Just over her shoulder, and then she went like that, and she's smiling. Looks like she's proud of the tattoo in that picture, but then she goes on and writes a long caption and talks about how 6 years back, her and her husband, they got in a fight, and she was like, okay, how can I really, you know, get him upset? And then she's like, and then her Brazilian neighbor or someone told her about getting a tattoo. And she's like, do you know what, I think jackpot. She was like, jackpot. That was exactly how she put it. She's like, I think this can really pee him off. Because she knows that he doesn't like tattoos. Exactly. All right, and then she goes ahead. She goes ahead and does it, and they make up, you know, the fight ends, and then he sees the tattoo, and the fight resumes. Continues. And they go on for 2 days after, you know, they fight again for about 2 days, and then they make up. But the moral of the story she was trying to bring out was, you know, don't be in a hurry to do something so permanent because you're trying to make a temporary point. Although that picture... She looks proud of that tattoo in that picture, so it's quite a contradicting. I like that. I would want Yomi and Titi's take on this later on, of course, but then thank you for Ladele. Thank you so much, Mike. This was like hat-trick debut. Nice one, nice one, nice one. Bro. All right, so let's head over to the kitchen, of course. Mary is on standby with the lovely Chef Kike. How far have you guys gone with breakfast this morning? Well, as far can be. As you can see, all the setup has been done. So it's just for us to start cooking. We're going to fry now. I guess you need some oil. Yes, I do. There you go. Let me just help you with this. Okay. Okay. So while we get ready to fry, you're going to be assembling the sandwich. So let's see you do it. Do your thing, literally. I want to put this. Is this oil okay? I know you said you wanted to do some deep frying. Let's add more. Just, okay. When it's all right, just let me know. Is this okay? That's good. Now, this is a lot of deep frying, if you ask me. I need the chips. Okay. So, let's start the assembling. What's needed? Okay, we can use this. What do you need? Okay. Fantastic. So, I need to get you the avocado. I noticed you were still cutting it up, but it's almost all done anyway.
Let's get the sandwich ready.
I guess I'll look at.
If you're just tuning in, what we're making today is an avocado sandwich, right? Alongside fries. So, avocado sandwich and fries.
Sauce.
Okay, that's the mayo.
Yeah.
You're mixing it with this. You need what?
More of the sauce.
More of the sauce. Okay, let me get it for you.
Somewhere
Okay,
down
somewhere
there.
here. Okay. So you're going to be putting in a lot of sauce. Too much juice, too much sauce.
Okay.
Okay. It's almost like making coleslaw.
Yeah.
Ah. This is Afro. I was actually going to say something different. So, basically, you're just saying make coleslaw on one side. Oh, wow. So, you know the way I do sometimes when I just remix things. So, we're having avocado coleslaw. Aren't you going to mix the chicken with this?
Madam, calm down.
Now, wow. Now, wow. Don't feel lost or left out. The menu is on the screen right now. Just check out the ingredients. French fries and avocado. No, I've remixed it. Avocado coleslaw sandwich. Because she didn't tell me about this coleslaw part. Then you put the chicken in. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I have that look, that village look of. For real? By the time I finish this, everybody in the house would have just beaten my head off because of hunger now. See, arrange, you know.
You know, we're cutting it, so at least you need the chicken to be on every side.
No wonder I was suspecting when there's so much chicken.
Here comes our
What about
avocado. We need a bit of salt.
Okay, so I'm feeling lost now.
Don't be.
Is it like a layered something?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll have the 3D effect after cutting it.
You would have explained. So it's layered. Is this
Just
okay?
this side. It's okay.
Okay. I have remixed it. Don't worry. We'll eat it like that.
Okay.
Wow. Hey, don't worry. We are not making mini burger. This is sandwich. A la Kiki Sweet style. You're even designing that. To be a chef must be so much fun. You get to play with food.
Yes, it is fun.
Yeah. Wow. So if you're just joining us, you haven't missed much. Basically, what has happened is this. No margarine, no butter, nothing. You just have your slice of bread, and then you mix this up. This is the mayonnaise. Now, the mayonnaise isn't ordinary mayonnaise, but she has refused to tell me what else she put in. So I can't tell you unless you probably reach out to Chef Kika to tell you exactly what she did with it. But me, I'm just going to say your mayo, the carrots, and the cabbage, of course. Some of these things are actually sold on the streets. I think about 50 or 100 naira. So you can just buy it if you're feeling lazy to chop up. But whatever happens afterwards, disclaimer notice. Okay. So this now goes on top too. I mean, this is another layer.
That's the trick for that lettuce. Just calm down. When we're done plating.
In fact, everybody here just said at the same time. So it's not only me.
So now we're putting it in the sandwich press.
Okay.
Okay.
When this is over and you get to see the end results, I can't wait to see your expression. So take us through the process quickly again.
Okay, now we have avocado, grated carrots, grated cabbage, cucumber, fries, ketchup, slice of bread, smoked chicken, and lettuce.
And that's how you came up with this. Fantastic.
So now...
Don't go anywhere. Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be back in a moment.
So, hi there. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, of course. A wonderful Tuesday, actually. And it's kind of Tuesday that makes you just want to, like, say, okay, so the week started yesterday, but it feels like it just started today.
Yeah.
It feels like I just started the week.
Already people are talking about the holidays coming up.
Okay.
On Friday and Monday, although we're going to be here, so...
The kids
It's
are
not
coming.
really a holiday.
The kids are coming. And I'm thinking maybe we should have, like, a bring your children to work day or something.
I don't know about that. Now, we can't wait to bring you tech news. Of course, you know today's Tech Tuesday, so that is going to be coming up with Mike. Expect some important information about Facebook's privacy and security laws.
And that's not all. A musical performance from Eric Moore awaits you, and we'll be getting to know more about him right after his performance.
And everything I say, yes, I believe. Do you believe? My case is different, yeah. Because I'm a winner. My case is different too.
Hey guys, so
my case is different.
I mentioned I wanted to get your take on a particular story that interested me.
Okay.
Because of the way we are. The Adeze Yobo story.
Right.
She was having a fight with her husband, and she just wanted to anger him. She just get him angrier. So what she did, she went to put up a tattoo.
Okay.
You know, now they settled the first fight, and then they were not talking for like 2-3 days, and then he now saw the tattoo, and then for another 2 days. You know, so until she's reminiscing and saying that, look, don't do something you would normally not do just because you want to get someone you love angry.
Like a permanent response to a temporary issue.
To a temporary issue, exactly.
Are you sure that she hasn't always liked having tattoos?
No, that's what...
And maybe he didn't like it, so she felt, you know, at that moment, especially when you're having quarrels with your spouse, you get rebellious and you go, you can't tell me what to do. Okay. And so since she says her neighbor said it, we'll take her word for it.
We'll take her word for it.
There's always that belief that
something she wants us to focus on is, have you ever done something that way, taking a permanent decision on temporary feelings? Because, you know...
Many of us do that.
Okay, so the truth is, if you feel like doing something that has to do with you, no, even if you're single or married, you have the right to that choice. It's your body, you can do whatever you want. But doing it based on emotions is always wrong. So, for instance, I want to pierce my nose.
Okay, that one.
Whether my husband likes it or not, I have the right to pierce my nose. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do you want to
That's
pierce
me.
your nose?
So she has the right to do whatever she wants with her body.
They ask you a question, don't evade the question.
Anger is never, well, emotions.
Because
generally.
she could just be putting it
Anger
out
or
there.
love.
Yeah.
Anger or love are never really reasons to make permanent decisions.
So this Easter, Titi might be piercing
her nose.
No,
so you heard it here first.
I don't have that kind of nose, though. But Mary has that kind of nose that would look really great with.
Don't put it to me.
I'm just saying.
We're going to watch you pierce your nose. Maybe we'll do the reality thing an actress did recently.
What did you guys want to pierce? None of you has ever thought about it.
About piercing?
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't like doing things to my body.
Piercing on your
Anything that will make me see blood.
It's not even about blood. I don't like doing anything to my... Like, if you ask me, I would even have my scarf on my head right now.
We'll take a commercial break. Don't go nowhere. When we return, Yomi and Titi will take headlines in the papers.
Welcome back. It's about time for us to take another look at the newspaper headlines this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. On the cover of The Punch, on Danjuma's comment, federal government say we've got reports of soldiers' misconduct, but none from Taraba. I will fast pray for Danjuma, says Wike. National Assembly begins public hearing on 2018 budget today, on page 28, more about that. Ex-South African President Zuma faces graft charges on April 6th. Kashamu writes to INEC over Ogun PDP Exco. Aviation security personnel set to carry arms, say federal government. And it also says here, on Dapchi, Northern Christians demand Leah Sharibu's release. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch.
All right, and this day has the headline, Governors back National Assembly on Electoral Amendment Bill amid allegations of inducement. Pro and anti-Buhari legislators intensify lobby. Senators confident say 2/3 of the whole not required to pass bill, and a couple of other riders there. Remorseful PDP asks Nigerians for forgiveness, launches mission on nation building. Kwara governor, others pledge support for IPI Congress in 2018. MT Mbu's book accuses Obasanjo of giving Bakassi away for Nobel Prize. Oyegun, call for my removal belongs to history. And a couple of other stories there on the cover of This Day this morning.
All right, on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune, we have on the Electoral Act, PDP lawmakers turn beautiful bride. Confused pro-NASS, pro-executive lobbyists, PDP begs Nigerians over its past mistakes. Accord, NASS, INEC know their fate on April 25th. Tinubu absent as APC leaders hold national caucus. Tenure elongation for Oyegun, others irreversible, say NWC. On the looters trial, NJC panel quizzes justices Anka Olatoregun and 9 others. Sting operations begin in Abuja, Lagos courts. That's what we have on the cover of Nigerian Tribune.
All right, The Nation has the headline, Dunjuma's kinsmen relive how troops aided herdsmen. And kinsmen protest arrests after ex-minister's self-defense call, and a couple of other riders there. Order of polls, court verdict on April 25. An MMM founder dies of heart attack at 62. Tinubu Akonde absent at APC caucus meeting. PDP leaders to Nigerians, we are sorry. And then TSA accruals hit 8.9 trillion naira, says minister, all on the cover of The Nation.
The Daily Sun says, we're sorry, PDP begs Nigerians. Admits past mistakes, kudos, knocks, greet, apology. Nigeria now completely directionless, says Wike. On the polls sequence, senators insist on overriding president. Court decides suit April 25th. $429 million security contract. Fear grips transport ministry in Nimasa officials. Buhari signs MOU with Switzerland on return of illegal assets and loot. And finally, there's a plot to discredit me, says Jonathan. That's what we have on the cover of the Daily Sun.
All right, and then we also have the Vanguard here. The headline, we are sorry for our misdeeds, PDP begs Nigerians. Forgive, but allow them to stay in purgatory, says the APC. And Bode George in U-turn pledges loyalty to Secondus, and then one other rider there on the cover of the Vanguard. And then why we oppose reordering of 2019 election sequence, AGF, INEC tell court. And the military aiding herdsmen against us, Taraba residents lament. It's not true, says the army. Your investment in health education is not enough. Bill Gates slams federal government again. And Nigeria turbulent under me in the last 3 years, says Buhari. Nigeria, Swiss government signed MOU on return of illegally acquired assets. And finally, court quashes EFCC's declaration of oil magnate as a wanted person, all on the cover of the Vanguard.
Quite a lot of information on the papers this morning.
Yeah.
And that's all we have time for today.
And of course, the newspaper headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
Coming up soon, we have Eric Moore. He's on standby to have a performance. And of course, we have Mary right there with him.
Thank you, Titi. Moluma Kirimini, popularly known as Eric Moore, is a Nigerian singer who started music professionally in 2016. Since then, he has recorded quite a number of singles and is here to thrill us with one of them this morning. Hi, Eric Moore.
Hi.
So what are you performing today?
Wow, performing My Case is Different.
My Case is Different. Wow, okay, so take it away.
Yeah, we are alive today is by His grace, not because we are better than those already gone. So we are thankful grateful for all you've done.
There is time for everything, there are days for everyone, but today is my day. I'm grateful to Mighty God for me to see this blessed day. It's not by power, not by might, by the blessing of the Most High God. Celebrate my day. I am grateful, I am thankful to see the blessed day, to see this blessed day. Oh Lord, you are powerful, you are wonderful, you are faithful, and I'm grateful to see this blessed day. Yeah. This life is a journey. We travel every day. Some people that started this year, some are nowhere to be found. But you and I are still alive. It's not by power, not by might, by the blessing of the Most High God. Celebrate my day. I am grateful, I am thankful, to see the blessed day, to see this blessed day. Oh Lord, you are powerful, you are wonderful, you are faithful, and I'm grateful to see this blessed day.
Lord, I am grateful for making my life so beautiful. Despite the fact that I'm not faithful, one thing's so sure, you are graceful. Each time when we look up on the road, the things that me say, they make me feel like the popo. Cause your love for me so dope like the hoe. Boy, I go shout to.
I'm grateful, I am thankful to see the blessed day, to see this blessed day. Oh Lord, you are powerful, you are wonderful, you are faithful, and I'm grateful to see this blessed day. I'm grateful, I am thankful to see the blessed day, to see this blessed day. Oh Lord, you are powerful, you are wonderful, you are faithful, and I'm grateful to see this blessed day. Yeah.
Eric Moore in the building, Tequila in the building. See you grateful, we're grateful to you. Oh God, you've been so good. We are grateful.
You know, I like how, like, nursery rhymes, this is so easy to follow. Like, the lines are so simple and nice. Wow, really nice. It's danceable too. You could almost imagine a choir behind you and you guys are going, you know, nice. So, Eric Moore, music and you. Why music?
Well, I love music. It's like music is a
way of life for you.
No. Music is life and life is music. You know, I used to be a gospel artist. Then I was doing secular music.
Okay.
One of our mommy in the Lord told me, okay, why can't you go for gospel music instead of, no, why you say now you baby, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how I diverted to, you know, a gospel artist.
Wow.
So.
And since you became a gospel artist, the response has been really good?
Yes. Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Let's just imagine 5 years from now. Where do you expect your music to be?
Yeah. Worldwide.
Worldwide?
Yeah.
Wow. So you intend to own a choir of your own?
Well, by the special grace of God, by November, I want to do a praise concert, more praise concert and concerts, where I've been inviting upcoming artists, like especially gospel artists who are lagging behind, you know, because the churches are not helping hand in terms of, you know, secular music. As a secular music, I can go to club. I'm an artist, so I want to, you know, but we don't have that platform like that. So by November, bring it up.
So if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
Sorry?
If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
Oh, I work too.
You work as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so your job allows you to do music as well?
Well, it takes God's grace.
It takes God's grace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God.
Well, there's something about music and getting other people into the flow with you. You know, not only do you learn about other genres, you also get to explore your capability. What artists, especially in Nigeria, would you like to do music with?
Well, Frank and Ada.
Who is Frank? Who is Ada?
Frank Edward.
Oh, Frank Edward.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like to do music with him?
And my producer is also a gospel artist. He's working on his album, dropping it by next month.
Okay.
So it's a great mega ace.
Fantastic. I'm sure Frank will be looking forward to doing some music with you. Well done. So we'll go on a quick break now. When we return, Mike and Dave will be giving us some tech gist. Stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, where have you been? But then, hey, come on, you've actually missed quite a lot. And then I've got Dave here, and we're talking tech today. Now, you know, Facebook has been embroiled in quite some crisis that has led to a hashtag delete Facebook trending. Now, some high-profile personalities have seemingly boycotted the social networking site. Now, today, Dave is in the house. It's great to have you, Dave.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, so now, myself included, not so many people know exactly what is happening with Facebook at this point in time. Right?
It's basically about data breach.
Okay, so let's educate them. Why is Facebook in the news at this point in time?
Facebook has been in the news since the last election in the US, where a lot of people were targeted for the purpose of affecting or changing the election, swinging it towards a candidate.
Via Facebook?
Via Facebook.
Okay.
Not just Facebook, just social media, but Facebook was the real deal. And we've seen a lot of these happening, you know, in other countries. You remember the election that brought in Macron in France. And of course, the Brexit also.
Were there issues with the French election?
Absolutely. I mean, this guy's past was dug out, and a lot of people were like, no, no matter what you try to, you know, throw at us, this is our president, you know, and they just ignored all of that. And France was very proactive in dealing with that issue, trying to crop up on the social media. But of course, the Brexit campaign too was affected, especially in the light of what is going on right now in the US with this data breach from Cambridge Analytical, where they used...
That was the big one. That's the big one, Cambridge Analytical.
Yeah.
What actually happened there?
Well, these guys got a hold of over 50 million data from Facebook using an app known as This Is Your Digital Life. With this app, they were able to extract over 50 million profiles of Facebook users, and they were able to, you know, micro-target them with campaigns to swing the election in favor of the current US president. And all of that happened, you know, right under the watch of Facebook. They didn't even know that something was going on. And so at some point, they had to come out and put things in place to ensure that the data of this all of us, you know, is intact. And that kind of, you know, when the news broke out, there's this guy that worked on it with Cambridge Analytical, Christopher Wiley. He came out, he's a whistleblower, by the way. He came out and said, you know what, we did something very, very dangerous with Facebook data, and he started making noise about it, and that's how the whole issue came up.
Exactly. Now, Zuckerberg had to go to the point of apologizing because he sent out full-page ads to apologize for what happened. Yeah. So what was the basis of the apology? How has it affected Facebook? What's the way forward? Is this something big? Is it something that is Facebook going to take a hit?
It's big because we're talking about trust here. I mean, you go online, you put in all your details, you know, your family photos, you know, Facebook can track you to your location. Sure. Everything about you, if you're on Facebook, is probably there.
Okay.
All right, and you expect the organization to take care of your data.
Of your data.
And now somebody comes in, takes your data to psychoanalyze you. And have you ever been online, you decide to buy a shirt, perhaps, maybe you Google something, and you click on a shirt, and maybe along the line you change your mind. Have you noticed that everywhere else you go online, that shirt will be haunting you?
It will haunt you.
It will be going on. Now, that's micro-targeting you. You know, to buy that shirt, whether you like it or not. Now you've been online, we've seen, you know, that you like it, and so they keep flashing it on your face. So now, that's what they did with the data. They picked up people's data, and they were able to simulate, you know, what you will like and all of that. Remember, everything you're doing online, it's not just going away. It's your digital footprint gives a lot of information about you. And so someone can come along and pick all of that, know the way you think, know where else you're going, know the kind of candidate you like to vote for in the election and decide to change your mind based on a particular campaign.
Wow.
You know, because of all of the data that you've given out online. You expect, you know, the tech giants like Facebook to have enough measures in place to protect your data and ensure that this does not get into the wrong hands. Because, look, in this day and age, data is everything.
It is.
Your data is everything. I mean, anybody can target you with anything. And you see, information is very easy to manipulate these days. You can manipulate data and give certain information to people that will change their mind about even things they've decided against before. And so that is why it's a big issue, because Facebook failed in its responsibility to protect our data.
All right, so now, moving forward, what does this entail? What will happen? He apologized. What measures are Facebook putting in place so that this does not repeat itself?
Long before even this broke out, Facebook had dealt with that. They've, you know, secured the data and put measures in place. But it's coming out now, and a lot of people, like Elon Musk, for instance, decided to delete, you know,
Facebook
page, and you have a lot of you have a lot of giants now pulling out of Facebook because they're no longer secured. Now, to that extent, it'll probably affect, you know, the fortunes of Facebook. But, you know, on the larger scale, on the long run, I'm not too sure it will have...
hits Facebook
No,
much.
I mean, we're talking about the major social media platform. Now, I'm not too sure this will have... And that is why Mark had to come out quickly to apologize. And, you know, assure everybody that, look, your data is safe with us. So but what we can tell people out there is if you don't put it out there, if you don't put your personal data out there, nobody can grab it and use it.
Now that's the point. Putting personal data, where's the threshold? Because you have to put some sort of data to sign up to these particular networks. So where do you draw the mark? Where should the threshold be?
It depends on you. What do you want out there?
Okay, so if I put up my name...
All you need really is just your name and your email address. And your account is active. But we see a lot of people going the extra mile.
As far as location, as far as workplace, as far as university, where
even
you
their phone numbers, you know, right there on Facebook.
There for a while. Because of business. I'm thinking of business.
Where you can open a business page and put all the information that relates to your business.
Okay, so now what can we do? Do people that have those kind of information on their personal pages, they can take it out, right?
Absolutely. You can go there and edit your personal information.
Edit and take it out.
Anything you don't want out there.
You know what, Dave? I think maybe quite the next time we come, let's do some social media, some live social media stuff. A lot of people don't know how to even secure themselves.
People put their CAC certificate, you know, on social media.
On social media.
They put their bank account, they put their ATM card details on social media. And I begin to wonder, what are you thinking? Definitely, this is going to affect our elections, whether you like it or not. Even in Nigeria, it's already happening all over the world.
Wow.
Nigeria is not going to be an exception. The next election, data warfare is going to be a major issue. We're still struggling with authenticators, authenticating our votes, making sure our vote counts. But there's a bigger problem waiting. Even when your vote counts, how are you taking the decision to vote for the person you're voting for? And that is where data warfare comes in. And we're going to see a lot of that happening in our next election. There's going to be a lot of data warfare. And people are going to be extracting these things from all these social media platforms. So right now is a time for us to start positioning ourselves as individuals and decide on what we really want out there.
So now we're saying that psychoanalysis is now taking place in the internet space. You don't have to sit down with somebody and talk to the person to psychoanalyze the person.
You don't have to go to Abuja and try to convince the lawmakers, because at the end of the day, even when your lawmakers are convinced, they will still have to come to the voters to take that decision. Now, people are, you know, short-circuiting that circle and just going straight to the voters.
To the end,
I mean, right there on your phone, you get videos. And, you know, like I said, you can manipulate anything now. I can make you to say things you have never said before. I can have your voice recorded you saying things that you've never said before. I can put your face in a place you have never been before. I can do a video of you doing things you have never done before. And so people target individuals with all of this quote-unquote fake news and push it out. And before you realize it, things have already gone wrong.
Wow. I'm kind of really scared. But then I know there's Dave around. So if there's an issue, I'll just call him. DigiSpace, right?
Yeah.
Can hit him up on social media. If you have an issue like that, at DigiSpace, right?
At DigiSpace, David.
Right.
DigiSpace
David.
Okay, DigiSpace David. That's right. Okay, so I know Yomi and Titi. I don't know if they're as scared as much as I am, but then let's head over to the kitchen and check out how far they've gone with stuff. Come on, Dave, you'd have to join me this time. Alrighty. Let's go and see.
You know what they say, when all else fails,
yes.
You
have
just
breakfast.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do it.
What was your take? What were you going to say?
Okay, Chef Kike, this way.
When all else fails.
Go, Mano.
Start using the old 3310.
Absolutely.
All right.
So I made this while we were
Mary
discussing.
and Chef Kike have been busy.
Yes.
Yes, today
And,
we made...
I also, provided some technical support.
Yes, we saw that. We made fries and avocado coleslaw sandwich. I added the coleslaw though. Take us through how you made this.
Okay, ingredients. We have the cucumber, cabbage, carrots, avocado. Okay, you know when people see lettuce, what they get is going into the sandwich, but it's just another way of going, just for the...
Can I just
Okay,
wrap
so for the
this
green
round
inside the
and
sandwich,
bite
it looks
into
like we have the
That's
avocado.
avocado.
Oh, right. Okay.
Avocado is really great. I just love the way it looks in the sandwich. I've never had it in a sandwich before. So this is a new twist for me.
What's the health benefit?
We made fries, so this is how we fry. We put oil first, then after the oil,
Mike, that stuff is
we cut it.
It's getting to
Then we use spatula. This is spatula.
Okay.
Really? I think it's about time for our guests
Okay, now let them
to take a
decide.
bite.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to know the health benefit of avocado.
avocado.
Okay.
Well, it's good for you.
It's good for
David.
It's good for you.
David, just eat it.
Okay, so it's a healthy fat.
Hold on.
It's a healthy fat.
Let them decide.
So whenever they
So
say
here we have cheese.
Okay,
this is
and
cheese.
this doesn't have cheese.
Okay.
Oh.
So
I think you should go for the one that has cheese. You only die
Why are
once,
you
so just go
giving
for it.
me direction now?
I'm trying to lose
Because
weight.
it's tastier.
Which will help me?
Don't worry,
The
this one,
avocado one would be better for you if you're trying to lose weight.
Both have avocado.
both have avocado.
Aha. Okay, the one without cheese then.
Yeah. I prefer the one with cheese.
With cheese. Okay, I'll go
Okay,
with
so
cheese.
this conversation is getting very complicated.
Let's try the one with
While they're trying to decide, please let us wrap up. A big shout out to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories. And of course, for last place for styling our hair. And well, hey,
yeah, it's going to be a great Wednesday as we look forward to the weekend as well, the long weekend that's coming up.
We have something special happening in the kitchen tomorrow. We're going healthy food tomorrow. You need to stay close for that. Yes, indeed. So what do you think? Have you tasted it yet?
Yeah, he hasn't.
Go ahead.
He's just
Take a
about to
bite.
dig in.
Please, please, please.
While I also
Don't worry, don't be scared.
Meanwhile,
head
we
on out of the
can't,
kitchen with my plate.
we can't thank you enough for coming round, and of course all our guests as well. Bye for now.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Have a nice day.